Hi there, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening from wherever you are. My name is Mary Karuga from Tevri Consulting, the place where we inspire, equip, and support you to grow. Today, I have come to talk to you about a very important topic, a topic that changed my life, and a topic that can fully transform your life. And this is a topic about your self identity. It is asking yourself, who am I? And then asking yourself, what is the importance? What is the importance of knowing who am I? What is the importance of a strong self identity? And I want to start by telling you that everyone has their own self identity. And your whole life is shaped around your self identity. You can never outgrow your self identity. You can never achieve anything that goes against your self identity. So there is a problem if your self identity is weak, and you need to identify, is my self identity weak? Is there anything I need to do to work on it? Is it supporting my journey to success, or is it pulling me down? Is it the limiting factor? Is it the reason why I never reach the goals that I've set for myself? Because everything we do in life is us trying to remain consistent with our self identity. So the friends you choose, the career you chose, the investments you choose, the way you spend your money, it is all about who am I. And then you need then to invest time to understand, is who am I a strong concept or something that keeps on pulling me down? First of all, one thing I want us to agree on is that in this life, you don't get what you want. You get who you are. If you want to see lasting change in your life, then the first thing you have to change is your self identity. Your self identity is like a weight on a weighing scale. You see, the way you go to a shop, and then maybe, for example, when we're buying meat, then there is a weighing scale. And on one side, there is a stone that weighs maybe 1 kg, 2 kg, 3 kgs. And then the other side, they put your meat, and it has to balance with this stone for you to know how many kgs it is now. That is the same thing. On one side of our life is our self identity. And then everything else in our life comes on this side, and it has to balance with our self identity. You can never have more than your self identity. You can even never have less than your self identity. Your self identity pushes you to get to a certain level because you have put a limit on the things that you can have, the things that you can become, and your whole life is weighed against this one item, your self identity. And I want to give you a few examples in life. For example, you see there are people who win lottery. They get a lot of money at once. Have you ever asked yourself why they squander all that money and in just a few days they get back to where they were? It is because of the weighing scale. They put a very heavy amount of money on this side, and the weight here is refusing. It is only a 1 kg weight, and you are here putting 10 kgs. So it won't balance. So what will this person do? They will try to remove that money until they get left with whatever their identity about money is. If this person has lived, for example, with an identity of I am poor, and then the only amount they can manage is maybe 10,000, 50,000, and you come, you give them a million, they will go back to their 50,000. That is where their identity is. The same thing happens even in marriages, in relationships. If somebody is used to being abused, that is what is on their weighing scale. They have gotten to a point of not valuing themselves. They don't believe that they need to be treated better. So even if they go and get a good person who is treating them well, they will destroy that marriage or that relationship until they get to a point where they are being treated the way they are used to. It is a weighing scale. That is why you also see, for example, at work, when there are new positions, when new positions are advertised, there are people who will never volunteer to apply for them. They will never come out. Why? Because their self-identity is telling them that is too huge a post. That is not where I belong. I am not there yet. That is their self-identity. The reason I am doing this video is to remind you that the way you are identifying yourself is becoming a limit in your life. It is a limiting factor. And you must change that identity if you want to go far with your life. Then the big question becomes, who defines you? Who is this who decides who am I? And the answer is simple and clear. It is only you who can define yourself. No one else can define you. And even if other people try to define you, that definition will never be as strong in your head as the definition that you have given yourself. And what we have done is sometimes we allow other things to define us. For example, in our society, we define ourselves with many things. Some people define themselves by religion. I am a Christian, I am a Muslim, I am a Buddhist. Other people define themselves by their gender. I am male, I am female, I am transgender. Other people use professions. I am a lawyer, I am a doctor, I am an accountant. Others use possessions. I am rich or I am poor. Other people use tribes. I am a Kikuyu, I am a Luo, races, I am white, I am black. Those are the things that we are using to define ourselves. But ask yourself a question, what if all this is removed? What remains? If you are so proud about your life because you are this kind of a religion, you have this kind of possessions, you have this kind of a profession, what if that is removed? What if you get to a place, for example, where you cannot practice that doctrine anymore? You cannot go to that religion anymore. What if you get to a place where maybe if you are identifying yourself with a profession, you cannot practice that profession anymore? What happens when your possessions are removed? Who remains? And that is why I am here to try and address who is that remains. What is that strong self-concept about yourself without attachment to the physical things or to the things outside yourself? Sometimes you find someone being very devastated because people said certain things about them. They said you are this or that. They said you are like this. And then you are so affected by what people say. Let me tell you something. You can never be affected by what people said unless something inside you is identifying with what they called you or what they said about you. For example, you might be called a thief, or people may say you stole something. If in your whole life you have never stolen anything and you don't hold such an identity, that thing will not affect you. But if they say that and then it comes to your mind and your mind retrieves a file that remembers that one day you stole something, and after stealing, you retained an identity that I'm a thief. Then when they call you a thief, you'll be very aggrieved. You'll be very angry. That is what happens in life. And that is the power of self-identity. If your identity is strong, nothing else can shake you. People will say things, but those things will never affect you because you know for sure you are not like that. And you know whatever they are describing is someone else or something else, but not me. And whether what they are saying is the truth or not, it does not matter. What matters is how you view it, how it affects you, how you allow it to get inside you. You can see this power if you were able to eliminate everything else that people say about you and only focus on what you say about you, because that is what matters. You can see how your life can transform. When we are talking about self-identity, I want you to ask yourself, what is my self-identity like? When I'm talking to myself all alone, what kind of words do I use to describe myself? And are they strong words? Are they positive words? Or are they negative words? For example, there are people who, when they are thinking about themselves, all they can remember is how they have failed on many things. And so they identify themselves as failures. When they are talking to themselves, they keep on using negative language, saying things like, I am a loser, I am a failure, I am unmotivated, I am not good enough, I am poor, I am dumb, I am a procrastinator, I am a bad person, I am unlovable. That kind of language is what goes on in their mind. And that is where most of us are, using negative language to identify ourselves. But you can turn the tables and change the language. If you change the language in your head, if you change the ones you use to describe yourself, then your whole outlook of life will change. You can start talking about being a winner. I am a winner. Reminding yourself, I am beautiful. I am a leader. I am an inventor. I am part of the divine. I am light. I am love. I am an encourager. I am caring. I am loving. Those good things. If you keep on telling yourself positive things, then that is what you become. We become what we tell ourselves we are, especially when no one else is listening. When we are all by ourselves, the words we use in our head, that is who we are, whether we want to accept it or not. That is the truth. The other question we need to ask ourselves is, where does this identity come from? And the answer is, your identity is shaped by your experiences, especially the patterns that repeat themselves, things that keep on happening to you. And then you fail to differentiate the things that happen to you from who you are. You start identifying yourself with the things that happened to you. For example, maybe you were abused as a child, and now you think you are abused because you are inadequate, because you are not good enough, because you are not a valuable human being, and you see yourself like that, and you have come to believe that that is who you are. That kind of a belief will affect everything else you try to do with your life. There are people, for example, who were rejected in love, and when you are rejected, you might think it is because I'm so ugly. I've seen girls who are very beautiful on the outside, but they believe inside they are ugly. Even if they are told by the whole world you are beautiful, they won't believe it, because what matters is what they are telling themselves. You have seen people trying to change their body shape who you cannot understand what's wrong with you. You are beautiful. You are good as you are. What are you looking for? But that person has a voice inside them that is telling them you are not good enough. You need to do more. And this voice is what we need to arrest and strengthen the voices that are within our head. Do not allow anyone to judge you. Do not allow anyone to put any title on you. Do not allow anyone to box you in any kind of a box that you are like this or you are like that. Be the only one who can judge yourself. If things happened in the past, they happened and that is it. But that does not define who I am. I failed at certain things, but I'm not a failure. I started things that did not work. That does not mean I am a loser. I am a winner. I will continue trying. I'll continue doing what I am supposed to do until I reach my goals. That is the spirit, my friends. From there, I want us to ask ourselves a question. Can an identity be changed? If I've been referring to myself with negative words, can I change that? And I want to tell you, yes, there is a process to that. There is something you can do to change your identity. These are the kind of things I teach. If you would like to know more about them, please subscribe to this channel. You will keep on receiving this kind of information, or contact me. My contact details are on the description section of this video. Then we can talk in detail so that you understand how can I change my identity. But just to hint, it is you who decides your identity. So you have to decide it. You have to decide, what do I want to be referred to as, or what do I want to refer myself to as. Then, when you have found it, you have to keep on repeating it to yourself. You repeat it until you believe it. Think of your name. When you were a child, your parents gave you a name. Some of us, a name, we have no idea what it means, but we believe we are that. If we are in a cloud of people and that name is mentioned, we will turn because we believe that is my name. Do you know how you came to believe? It is because when you were young, they kept on calling you that name until it is stuck in your head. When you went to school, they told you to write that name. You kept on writing it down every single day. Mary Karuga, Mary Wajiro Karuga, Mary Wajiro Karuga. Finally, I believed I'm Mary Wajiro Karuga. If you ask me what those things mean, I have no idea, but I believe that is me. In the very same way, I can call myself, I am a conqueror. I am a winner. I can write it down as many times. I am a lovable person. I am divine light and love. I am everything that I want to be. And I keep on repeating those words to myself. That is why in psychology we have things called affirmations. Affirmations are statements you keep on repeating to yourself until your brain stops resisting them and starts believing that that is who you are. Finally, I want to give you some few tips on how to build a strong self-identity. Number one, try to identify your uniqueness. What is so special about you? What is one thing that you can do comfortably and it is admirable, and people have told you you are good at that one thing? Try to have that as your identity. Number two, have values. Know your values. Know what matters most to you. That is a great part of your self identity. Number three, define yourself as you would like to be, not as you are now and not as you were in the past, not according to the things that have happened to you in the past, the things that you aspire to. Use those to define yourself. Number four, never box yourself. You are not your title at job. You are not your religion. You are not your tribe. You are not your culture. You are not your race. You are more than that. God created us as an extensive creature that can do a lot. But when we box ourselves, we limit ourselves. Please never box yourself. Number five, never let anyone else define you. People can talk and do whatever they want, but never let whatever they say be your identity. Never stop for a second to think that you are right. That is how I live my life. I don't care what you are saying out there. I am different. I know who I am. And I want you also to take that. Don't allow people out there to define you. Even if they say what or what, that is their problem. You are who you believe you are. And you become what you believe you are. Whether people are talking or not, you become that which you believe you are. Number six, once you have found this new identity, you have to repeat it to yourself. That is why I talked about affirmation. Repeat it to your brain until it sticks. Number seven, when you define yourself, be bold. Use big words. Use things that will inspire you. Use words that will push you from your comfort zone. If you call yourself, I am rich, and you know you don't have any money right now, something will start pushing you to start looking for that money. So identify yourself as you'd like to be and be bold. Do not limit yourself. You have potential, you have whatever it takes. If other people are making it in life, you have everything like they have, and you can become what they are. You just have to believe it. My friend, that is what I had prepared for you today about self-identity. I hope the video has been of help to you. If it has, please share it with your friends and please leave a comment down there. Just tell me what you think about self-identity. And if you'd like more help with this area, I'd like to be of help to you, and there is a lot I can share with you and even help you to do some evaluations to understand your current identity and even to mold a better identity. As I said, my contact details are in the description section of this video.